when we're talking about the various elements of a business plan, what sections of the business plan do you focus on? Obviously, you focus on the financials. What else?
We're going to look at the management. I really want to see that we have management in place to cover those key areas of the company. I want to look at competition, but I'm still going to kind of go back to management. Do we have someone that's actually weathered some of those storms, that has gone through some of those things? And in the areas that we're strong, we're all going to have particular strengths. I'm really interested in the areas that we're not as strong in. What can we do to shore those things up? What kind of resources do we have? It's what you were talking about before, having not just a professional team, but the peer group, or however you wish to refer to it as. I call them
an advisory panel.
The advisory panel, yeah.
A lot of people call them an advisory board, but I think that term can confuse people with a board of directors, which is a legal entity. We're not talking about that, are we?
We're talking about a go-to group of people that you can just pick up the phone without having to set a meeting for and say, Mike, I've really got a question on this particular aspect of pricing or of this particular part of what my display should be. You've been there, you've done that. Help me through it.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question that might seem a bit off the topic for your particular profession. I'm starting a business. I don't need cash. I have all the cash that I need. So I say, what good is a business plan then? What would your personal advice to me be on that?
A couple of things. One is you may not need a business plan. You might have enough cash. You may have enough funding that you don't need to put together a business plan. The fact is, putting together a business plan is a good longer-term event. Back to what we were saying at the beginning, is this a good idea? You've probably got the money for it, and that's great. But is it still a good deployment of your assets, of your resources, of your time? Yeah, you've got $100,000 of cash liquidity sitting there. You can sure go out and do it without a business plan, but it might just be a dumb idea to pour the whole thing into there. Okay. Back to another comment we had talked about before. There's doing things right and doing the right things. I think business planning and going in and doing the longer term, let's look at it before we have to, is one of those doing the right things.
So you're saying then that a business plan is not just outward focus for the person that you want to present it to, but it's also inwardly focused.
You bet. I mean, it's telling you, is this something that's really a good idea for me?